that's better.
And we're live. Check the microphone.
Find it?
We're live, I think.
Yeah, I put you on.
Yeah. I was trying to see if those two were working now, but they weren't.
Let me see if I can get a couple of different microphones.
Okay.
That might be easier.
Yeah. I was testing them and I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. Nothing. Well, so that it's not pure silence, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a very blessed day, and hopefully we'll be getting more people in. And we are. I'm finally not alone. We've been live for like almost 10 minutes.
What have you been talking about?
I literally just started talking and I said so that it's not pure silence. Hope everyone's having a good day so far.
Are you just not used to talking to yourself?
Yeah. No, I'm used to talking to myself like on my own. But if I know that it's like being recording, then I'm like, yeah.
See, before I started college, I used to stream. So it was a lot of talking to myself.
Yeah.
Because either there was no one in chat or I couldn't see the chat because I was playing the game.
Yeah.
So
I used to stream too, but I don't know. That was back when I was younger, so it was kind of easier.
That's fair. I just am pretty decent at yapping, I think. I fully blame Matthew for making me like that word stick in my brain so much.
What word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was we were in the same group for Radio 1 and ours was like the Yap Pack or something. Or maybe I just made that up. But like yeah. I've been getting looks all day from
you brought your mask.
Yeah, because I didn't want to leave them in the car. Because I'm so afraid of the paint melting. It's already rubbing off on like the dinosaur mask and it's angering me.
Did you just paint them?
I painted them. So this one I've coated with Mod Podge to keep it sealed. So I can kind of just wipe off the paint that comes off of this mask. This one I have not put the sealant on yet because it still needs paint.
Oh, is that the leather paint?
Yeah, the leather paint. Yeah. And it's still on my foot, by the way.
Oh.
It will not come off.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are really cool.
The masks.
Yeah.
Thank you. They're not done. This one is, I'm getting its eyeballs
soon. Yeah. I remember you were saying that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let me move this so that it's not taking up a full seat. Oh my gosh. So how have you been?
I've been tired. I've been stressing about capstone.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I just created my survey.
So you've got the two mics that work.
Okay.
That one and that one are okay, and I'll switch these two.
This one?
Okay.
That one doesn't, I don't think.
Okay.
It doesn't. But ironically enough,
these two are good.
Should be.
I was told earlier today by one of my professors who was listening that I was the only one that they could hear.
I can hear you right now.
Yeah. Even though my microphone was off last time.
Who was listening?
I know her face, and I'm blanking on her name.
I
Let
do
me
that
see.
a lot.
Yeah, hold on. I can look it up. She's. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm drawing such a blank. Hold on. So, your survey. Do you want to talk about
Yeah.
that?
Oh, okay. I started my survey, and of course, something bad always has to happen. So, it keeps taking people back to the beginning instead of just
So-
finishing. It works.
Thank you.
Yeah.
These need a certain kind of power called phantom power, which we do
Mm.
not have available from there. So I'm just gonna kind of nicely put this here so I don't dismantle everything,
Okay.
and we'll tighten it up, and there you go.
Cool. So, it's Professor San Miguel.
Okay. Oh,
What?
Jennifer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her. Okay.
Okay.
This is what we
Randall.
were-
I took. Oh
That's
my
lovely.
Oh,
goodness.
that's fine.
Because I wanted.
What
to,
is this,
I was the
eclipse
only
stuff?
one for a
It's
while,
for,
so I was like, I want to see the ones in
Eclipse.
Professor
chat.
O's class.
Oh, all right.
No.
Yeah.
We were filming some stuff.
So, is it more effective to wear it like why? That's such a good like.
It really does look good.
Wig.
Matthew took some good pictures.
I like
Yeah,
the ones.
wizard from Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen the show.
The ones
Yeah.
yesterday are so like they're kind of meta. I like them. They're cool.
Please keep it on the whole time.
For a
It's hot, though. It's
second,
hot. Okay, I'll keep
I thought that the mouth hole.
Mhm.
I was like, why is his nose not through the mouth hole right now? Like,
And we talked about this with Johnny yesterday. He's like, "Whose beard goes up to their nose?" Like,
yeah, but I brought my guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I don't know if you saw my photos from yesterday, but I was like, I was in the park at the middle of the night
I
taking
saw those.
photos.
Yay, how about this one?
Uh,
Sounds like it's good.
Let's go make there.
1, 2, 1, 2. And this one, 2,
that
1,
one's super
2.
clear.
Good.
There's
This
two
one
more.
won't sound as good. It's just a different
Yeah,
brand.
this one's on and that one's on.
Oh, you okay?
I
Okay,
I just
okay.
blocked them. These two need phantom power, which I have available, but I can't phantom power those two or I blow them up.
Right.
Oh,
All right, I'll get out of your way.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Since you got cut off the last time, why don't we just have fun today?
yeah.
I think talking about the costumes you were in.
Yeah. What character are you?
I'm Henry.
I'm
I'm the
okay.
guy.
Oh,
I'm the main guy.
You
Yeah.
playing the main character in your
Yeah.
own
Henry
film?
is so that's such a wizardy world.
There's Henry.
Henry Potter.
Henry Avery. There's Roland Godfrey.
You need to, like, angle it up.
There's the vassal, and her actual name is Fernie. And then there's Benny, short for Benedict, short for Benedict the Broker. And then there's Michael, short for Michael the Miracle. So
Yeah, I like how Michael's name is just Michael in our project.
No,
he's,
let
he's
him
like
be.
he's a real
You
like
gave Michael his same name.
yeah.
Oh my.
Well, he
goodness.
wrote it.
Yeah. What's my name?
Your name is.
I think I traumatized
you're
him.
you're either Zip or Fry. The pair of fairies are Zip and Fry.
Those sound like Futurama
Oh,
names.
you're a fairy.
Weird, because Fry, I'm pretty sure those are Futurama
Well, Fry
characters.
is. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, Zip's like the little ladybug looking fucker. Like,
Totally. I have never watched Futurama.
You never watched Futurama?
No, I've seen clips. I haven't seen it.
Hmm.
So
That's so cool. You're playing a fairy.
mhm.
Oh.
Taking this off. I'm really
I
hot.
have the outfit for it. I just have to find it. I have these like little. Well, yeah, and Matthew needs to show me what he wants so I know what clothes to pick out. Unless he bought me some clothes, but I don't think he did that.
Oh.
You
Why
guys like-
is that in
little
here?
wine crown.
Oh, I brought it.
Oh, okay.
You guys like my hairnet?
Your
Last time I
hair.
didn't bring it. You
I
were like,
wear a
oh.
hairnet for the wig.
Ryder the Gray. You want me to put this on?
If you want. Johnny's is much better.
Johnny
Johnny's
has
a
not
fairy?
been showing up.
Johnny
Yeah,
is a
he
fairy.
is. We had a major project today in my last class. He just hasn't been there.
That's just Johnny's MO.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so worried.
Is he in like your group for it?
No, he's not, but it's like he's maybe gonna not pass the class?
Yeah.
Question mark.
I don't know where my hairnet is. Oh, it's here. It's so.
It
I think
escaped.
it's
Yeah,
caught.
it's right here.
Yeah.
I don't know where my second bobby pin is because I had two. I can only find
You
one.
dropped it.
It got
you
absorbed.
you dropped it in the room yesterday. I didn't know if it was.
No,
your
we
bobby
put the
pin.
two in. I'm saying we put two in my hair today.
Oh, Okay, because I saw one on the floor yesterday when we left.
I think I
Should I just keep my hair like this to look fine?
It's
in the-
comfortable.
in
I
the
mean, I'm not your director. I'm just chilling here at this point. Oh,
Oh
no.
Yeah, you
no,
look
I'm
like
sorry.
medieval. So
I'm
yeah.
taking the cloak off now.
Thoughts? Dude, my stomach.
Thoughts?
Rumbling.
So what time period does it take place in?
Oh,
Modern times, right?
2024.
Yeah.
And you're just Henry's just dressed like that.
Yes. Yes.
That's a new fashion.
That's so fun.
My character's lazy, much like the man who wrote.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
it's
I got
accurate.
cooked earlier. Alex was cooking me.
He was cooking all of us.
She's like, oh, you're too lazy with your parents. And I say, yeah, man. Like,
She said that I was less lazy than you. That's crazy.
well, yeah, because you always keep it consistent. I'm not doing random stuff. So, you gonna say something?
Mm-mm. I'm eating.
I
Making
just-
me
Eating on the
hungry.
show already.
Yeah.
making me so hungry.
This is the
Jeez.
first thing I've had to eat today,
I'm
except
not
for
eating.
nuts. I had nuts this morning.
What kind of nuts did you have this morning?
What kind you eat?
No, I think
No,
there's,
there's different kinds.
I think there's
of-
multiple.
Yeah.
I had like peanuts and almonds and M&Ms, but M&Ms aren't nuts.
Yeah.
As far as
Was
I'm
it
aware.
peanut M&Ms?
Yes, and like
Okay.
these little caramel orbs.
What's wrong with non? Not
They're
They're just
not
chocolate.
nearly as
I
good.
need to. Okay, you've never had both, which
I-
is a crime.
It looks like a gimmick.
It is, but it's also tasty. Like you're not gonna get another lychee flavored drink,
Like lychee, like a leech, like the one that.
like
Like
the
a-
fruit.
the fruit.
What? Like
Yes.
It's actually really good.
it is. It's all I drink. Like there's lychee ramune, which I currently have like 3 bottles in my car, and then
Sorry.
the boba.
We're talking about food and like drinks and
Yeah,
stuff.
I like the lychee jellies.
Start.
Do you want a chicken nuggets?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. They're not
My-
poisoned.
My professor,
Are you sure?
my
Uh-huh.
professor, my coworker gave me chocolate. You want chocolate?
I'm okay. I'll just,
I didn't
I'll wait.
poison it. No,
I'm waiting. I
Yeah.
just don't
Are you
wanna-
gonna eat during our presentation?
Probably.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
but-
actually give this to
Oh,
one
yeah.
of y'all. Does anyone want chocolate?
No, thank
No,
Uh,
thank you. I have my
Wow.
I'll
great.
take it. I'll take it for later. I just want to eat
Okay.
it now. Yeah. I like
Because
these.
I'm not eating chocolate right now.
Yeah.
Like as a dietary thing.
Yeah.
Chocolate also messes your throat up. Big
Not only
time.
that, it makes you break out really bad. Well,
Does
me
it?
personally.
Yeah. I don't know what makes me break out, but it's been getting better the more I drink water.
You've sprouted more stars.
Yeah. It's because I have like a lot of like irritated spots on my face because my cat's been sleeping on my face.
That'll do it.
Yeah. But I've been drinking more water and my skin's doing better? Question mark.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep my skin as clear as possible
Mhm.
until next month for graduation.
Oh,
that's
okay.
fair.
Nice.
Well, you graduating next month?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Y'all should show up.
Gonna be honest, I
What day
probably
is
will
it?
not.
It's in Grand Prairie.
Oh, is it
Show
really?
up with
Yeah.
a poster board that
Maybe I
says
will.
congratulations.
Get like a fat head of my.
Yeah.
Just want it up.
You and Mike, because
Yeah.
Michael's graduating too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, no, forget Michael. No, I'm just kidding.
Old man.
I had a conversation with Professor O the other day about my script because I don't know what I'm doing. Like I've got it done, but there are it's like basically formatting 3 music videos and then some dialogue. And I don't know what to make that look like. And thankfully he was able to help me. But also like script writing is just weird in general.
Yeah.
Like that's my whole opinion.
It is weird, but it's fun. Like I think the one thing I don't like about how we made the thing is that like it's like, oh yeah, you get the script. Okay, get the script done for the pre-production in like 2 weeks. I'm like, ooh. You know, I like spending time on thinking about the stuff I'm putting in the script.
I don't
And I
know.
like to make a lot of I like to
Yeah.
make like changes and edits and stuff like constantly because it's
Constantly.
But I think like so that was something I was just about to ask. Like, how long does it take y'all to write a script that you're done with generally? Like let's say
I do them in
10
drafts.
page script or something.
Oh, like a 10-page.
10 page, or like if you want to specify, it takes me like 3 hours to write 2 pages, or like 3 days to write 10 or whatever. Like what do you do?
For like a 10-page script, I'll spend like a week on it maybe.
Mhm.
Like, and it's oh, hola, Grayson.
Hi, Grayson.
Hi, Grayson.
I just keep thinking of my friend's cat and my brother.
Named Grayson Gaming.
Both of them are both named Grayson.
Oh,
He liked your response, by the way. He said that it was like good information to have.
thank you, Grayson. My biggest fear with like responding, because I was like up late, was that I might sound like this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, strings thrumming into crescendo, like.
Because my friend Grayson is making music for our project,
Oh my gosh.
and Matthew was like giving him like information on kind of like what he wanted it to sound like and stuff.
Yeah, that's also like a part of like script writing for me. Like I was listening to that video, that Uncharted ambient like noise video, for like 5-6 days, because it got me in like the mood of like writing it. It
Yeah.
captured the tone really well. And you have like your music videos for yours, so that
Yeah.
makes it a lot easier if you have like motifs and themes and
Yes.
like general, like for character stuff, like arcs. If you have an arc in mind for a character, you can, like the main character, that's where I kind of like, I stole the
Yeah.
main character from the pitch deck that I sent you,
Mhm.
and I just kind of like built as much as I think we can handle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it sounds way better.
I think
That's
it
cool. Thank you. for setting that
awesome.
up, so- Okay, it's
I-
like delayed.
Think okay, so I've written scripts like for classes here, but I've
Mhm.
also written them myself for my own things. And I absolutely agree with like having some song or like music playlists to loop in the background. I had this terrible time. I was writing the pilot script for one of my own projects. And the only thing that would get me working was this 4-minute long song. So I was listening to that every day for like hours a day. And I was in high school too when I first started like jotting down the ideas for this. Looking back on that old script, it's disgusting. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I only learned how to script write like 2 months before coming to college. So that was fun, but now I just can't get that song out of my head ever.
That's good. Well, like I guess to swing back around to the question, it's yes, scripts are never really done until the work comes out, if it makes you all feel better.
Oh,
I
for
agree.
sure.
Yeah, you're right.
One of my favorite movies in the past like 5 years is probably Mission Impossible Fallout.
Mhm.
And the story of that script is that they were working on it like as the film was going.
Mhm.
And it just so happens that they made it fit, and it was like coherent enough to like make it a really good film in that franchise. And I would not ever like recommend that, because like the same movie that had the same process, it was Doctor Strange, the new one. Yeah, pretty awful.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they make movies by committee.
Yeah.
But like they used the same process this time. And, like the dude was writing the script like as it went, and it didn't go very well. I
That's
think.
so
Did y'all
sad.
say Professor Addison is in here?
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
we're responding to him.
Mhm.
Ah,
Yeah.
I just went onto the chat. That third person is me.
Oh, cool and
So I'm
swag.
excited.
Hola.
Don't get too excited.
Yeah. But that actually ties into what we were talking about last time, what Ryder was saying about the Spider-Verse. Yeah, I'm dragging you into this.
Whoa.
The Spider-Verse movie, the newest one,
Mhm.
like that script just never got done because
Yeah,
like you said,
they're
like,
just constantly
Yeah.
changing stuff.
and even when they released the movie, apparently there were multiple cuts of it, which I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Like,
Like in theaters at once, which is so ridiculous.
that's crazy because I went and saw it in theaters. I can't imagine if I went to see it the second time, like I planned to, and then it was just a different movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a miracle because that movie is like watchable at all.
that's crazy.
The next one will probably not come out.
I want it to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wouldn't
even if
recommend
it's bad, I want it to come out.
it. Yeah.
I would agree too. Yeah, because I like watching my share.
Like even if it's bad, at least it's like pretty.
It is pretty. I like because at the very least, even if like the script and the pacing are abysmal, the visuals I think are really pushing other people to hopefully realize that they need to put more effort into that. Like, you know?
I think the opposite, because like you have a movie like Spider-Verse, the first one that came out, and yeah, he said, or if you're George Lucas, the script isn't done until you die. Yeah, he loves his. I don't
That's
know.
a
You told me
special
about George
edition.
Lucas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's an interesting guy.
Is that the Starman?
That is
Yeah,
the Starman.
Star Wars man.
Oh
The guy
gosh.
himself. He's like
Dude, they just need
super
to.
rich.
They need to release the theatrical cuts of those movies in theaters. I would watch them a lot, or put them on like Disney Plus or something. Just release them so we can watch them.
I want them to release like all the animated films that they've scrapped, like just everyone in general.
Just all of
'Cause I
them,
think
every
about
single
them.
one.
Yes, they like occupy so much of my brain. I'm like, we could have had this and that. Like
Yeah,
Wish, for example, they had a whole other script for that that would have been at least it would have been kind of a Disney movie, you know, instead of AI generated nonsense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone watch that movie?
No.
No.
Like anyone at all? Anyone in the world?
No, but I let you live here for free and I don't even make you pay rent. So that's all I know from it.
Is that a line in the
That's a
movie?
lyric that the
That's a
villain
lyric.
sings.
Oh wow.
Yeah, how mean is that? I heard things about him being like, it's like strangely reasonable, but singing it in a, like it's the way he says it. I
Mhm.
guess he's like the villain. So I don't know anything about that movie. I can't really.
Yeah,
say
I
much
don't know
about it.
any.
It's dog water. I've seen
So I've heard.
a movie recap of it.
Need Alexis in here, the expert on the movie recaps.
Mhm. And he's gone.
I know.
Yeah.
Speaking, because he said we talk about Avatar a lot. I'm gonna watch Avatar again, like the new one. Or I guess it's not new anymore. The one that came out like a year and a half ago.
It's
No
new
Way
to
of
me.
Water.
Yeah, been itching to watch it because I saw it in theaters and I really liked it.
I have heard about those movie theaters that squirt water on you. And I think
Those
that's so gross.
Yeah, like that would not, or like the ones with the moving seats. And stuff,
Yeah.
that would not
Well,
immerse
that's
me
like
in
a
the movie.
ride, isn't it?
No, they have them in like movie theaters,
that's-
like actual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cinemark XD, they have like
Okay.
chairs that move, but not like a roller coaster, but like
Yeah,
That'd be fun for me.
the only time I've heard it like described to me is like, oh,
Have y'all never been on those?
no.
Oh wow.
I hear the bass is
well,
like, so,
well,
like,
well.
booming that it moves the seats. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh,
when
I'm not even gonna ask.
What is it?
Oh, that's my stick. Sorry, over here. Sorry about that.
Like, what? Your stick.
My stick. I came in here. I came in here with it. You
That's
missed when I walked in. I
Much
was,
more impressive.
was in
than
my
the
full
little
wizard outfit when I
wand
came in.
doohickey.
Oh man.
You
know
missed
what?
it.
Yeah.
The
No, I
little
told him I
rod.
should stay in. Stay
Oh,
in.
my
Arizona.
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
The
He was like,
wood
"Oh, it's
rod.
too
I thought it would be better.
I should have got it.
No, I get it.
I have a here. I have an old picture of it. I'll show you that we took on Tuesday.
Amazon's deceiving. I just had to order more stuff because I realized like I need a ski.
Oh my god, how did I miss? Oh my god.
Because if not,
I'm
then
not
like
gonna ask.
it makes my
why.
hair poke out all
Oh,
weird.
okay, never mind.
Yeah.
A ski
I mean,
mask.
you can get
A
one
ski
at
mask
Walmart.
to put like on the back.
I just got it on Amazon because I also needed to order a cloak
Oh
for the other mask over here.
no.
Cloaks are A1.
We have a lot of cloaks in our project.
It
That
looks
would be interesting if like that had like come up as like, you know, at the bottom when it said users also buy this, this, and this all together, a ski mask, a cloak, and a mask. I don't know.
I mean, it's more common than you think because
Like,
like
what crime are you committing here?
Halloween, you know.
Okay, yeah.
But I love this thing so much. It is messy, but yeah. We were talking about movies.
You're like Hotline Miami with all these animal masks.
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about. Oh yeah, you were talking about the visuals influencing, or like kind of raising the bar on how other films should like, I guess, execute theirs. I think it's the opposite. I think like, well, it's probably not gonna happen, but like
I wanted to.
this, like
y'all not
people
read?
only care about. I
saw
did
it, I
see
saw
What's it say?
I'm choosing to
Ryder has
ignore
a
it.
magic stick.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to ignore that.
Writers.
But I think people see like, I think what was really popular was Game of Thrones, and they bungled the ending. And I think everyone who's like watched from season 1 of that show can say that.
Wait, what show did you say? I was
But
Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
I do think that Game of Thrones, despite it messing up the ending, still set a precedent for other historical fiction
Mhm.
works. Like, I don't know if anyone here watches those, like the hour-long episode series,
I
whatever.
watched one episode of Shogun and it was very good. I need to watch the rest.
I would recommend The Great. That one's really funny. I don't know how many seasons it has, but I can binge that even though the episodes are like an hour long. It's
Mhm.
great background noise.
Yeah.
But I don't think that would have been made without the success of Game of Thrones. So
Yes. And I think they made the prequel series House of the Dragon,
Mhm.
and that one's much more like
I think it's pretty good.
it's well received. Have you
Mhm.
seen it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
Like through and through, right? Like
Yeah.
they keep it consistent throughout. They don't just like shit themselves in the end. Or they don't end terribly.
Well, it's also only had one season, so
Yeah. So far they're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I think like stories like that raise the bar for I guess compelling writing and
Mhm.
character
Yes.
conflict and stuff like that instead of like if you like I saw Godzilla versus Kong. I'm well aware the writing is not great.
Yeah.
But like I have no illusions about that.
Mhm.
So I'm probably not gonna go into the next Spider-Man movie thinking, man, the last one got robbed of an Oscar because it was such a good movie. The writing was so airtight and because it wasn't.
but I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice because when I'm there, I'm so distracted by how pretty it is to care about like because I was just thinking the whole time, like, oh my god, they animated that. What?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they did really good too, but I think it would have been much like better if they had like a better story. I think
Yeah.
I think the conversation we'd be having now is like, wow, they can't get much better than this. The story's like so good.
I thought it was.
Discord. Look at Discord.
Can you tell me what's wrong with it, writer?
With what?
With the second Spider-Verse movie, both of y'all, because I actually liked it.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, this is like a kind of a nitpick, but like I don't like the concept of it. I don't like.
The premise of the second movie, being
Yeah.
like the universe will implode.
No, I don't like that. There's a bunch of Spider-Mans that are okay with letting people die because
Yeah.
Spider-Man wouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I think I don't know. That's fair.
That sounds
Discord,
cool.
what does that mean?
Look at the esports Discord.
But I think it's
Yeah.
kind of like the same thought process of like, I think I can definitely get where you're coming from because that's kind of why shows like Rick and Morty peeve me a little bit because it's like just this one guy is like the only different one out of infinite possibilities. And oh my gosh, he's so great and cool. And that's kind of what they did to Miles.
Mhm.
Like, so I can see where you're coming
Mhm.
from for sure.
And also, it's like half a movie,
Yeah, it is. I didn't like how that.
which, like, I made the joke before, but like flirting is doing
Yeah.
being half a movie, harassment, Spider-Verse 2 being half a movie.
That's true. And like, we don't even know if there's going to be another one, which is.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're gonna try.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Endgame was like half a movie. That was cool because they actually did something terrible.
Mhm.
And I don't think if you're gonna have half a movie like the way they did, you need to make it more of an extreme cliffhanger.
Mhm.
You know?
I don't think either of those movies are. I think the first Infinity War is a complete movie.
Yeah.
Because the main character is Thanos, and
Mhm.
I think most people would agree.
But it's also half a movie too, because like you need
Kind-
the
it
second
kind of
movie.
is. It kind of-
not.
Yes, it is.
Not.
It has a
not.
complete arc, but
yeah,
it's
like,
half
you
a
you
movie.
can watch it on your own, but you know there's still like more coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make it like an incomplete movie.
I'm not saying it's incomplete. I'm saying it's half a movie.
Half is incomplete. Half is incomplete.
It is crazy though. Like Infinity War is like actually really good,
And then Endgame.
and then
happens.
Endgame is not.
It's,
I don't even remember Endgame.
I've seen it 3 times, and every time I've watched it, I've liked it significantly less.
Yeah.
So I'm just not gonna watch it
I
anymore.
think part of that, and this is coming from someone who doesn't remember, I think that part of the reason why is because Infinity War was like very game changing,
Mhm.
and then Endgame just kind of got rid of all the consequences of that,
Yeah.
which is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Endgame.
Womp womp.
Yeah, exactly.
I think a lot of things about Endgame. I think most of it is kind of like it's the spectacle of the characters' arcs culminating, but it's so terribly done. I feel like most of them are not great at all.
Hmm.
I think the only one I can probably say, hey, that's a decent ending for the characters. Maybe probably Scarlet Witch, or not Scarlet Witch. Sorry, I was thinking of Scarlett Johansson. Black Widow.
Black Widow. I don't remember her.
And then they made
She
her a
killed
movie
herself.
after she died.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Yikes.
That movie's really bad too.
It's-
Black Widow.
it's horrendous.
It's really bad. That was when I watched that one and I was like, maybe I'm not into this stuff anymore. Like,
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of some of the movies beforehand. I knew they were going like in a downward trend. And even if you look at some of the earlier movies, if you watch like Captain or the Marvels, and then you watch say like even Iron Man 2, you will notice a difference.
yeah,
I
there's like
guarantee it.
stuff to like in Iron Man 2 at least. It has like what's the guy's name? Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
He's having a good time in that movie.
Hmm.
I don't know. All of it feels like a gimmick at this point.
It is now.
Like, because I had a hard time with superhero movies to begin with, but I could at least like, I would go to the theater for stuff that was actually interesting to me. But now it's like I just tune it out.
Yeah.
The only reason why I knew the Marvels movie was being made was because I saw that they had McDonald's Happy Meal toys, and I looked up when the movie comes out, and it was like not even like it was 2 months away from coming out. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Trying to get close
Yeah.
that profit margin, I guess.
Hmm.
Partner with McDonald's, so
You
they don't
know-
have to make as much money because they didn't make. That was the lowest grossing movie in the franchise, I think.
Yeah. Do y'all know, okay, the public domain stuff that's been going on, right, with
Mhm.
all of these old things? The horror movie, the Winnie the Pooh horror movie, got its sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have a comment?
Yes, you're messing. Like people are messing up my childhood movies, and I don't like it.
I think it's so funny.
Like Piglet was my favorite, and now he's like this ugly pig thing. Like
Let him live. He's just doing what he has to survive.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The movies are terrible.
Yeah.
And the creators have now announced that they are making
Oh, yeah,
a Pooniverse.
Yeah.
And that's what it's called. And they said that their inspiration is the Avengers and then also Black Phone.
I was
And they're
seeing the
gonna-
graphic of
Yeah.
like the timeline.
Yeah.
I will not be watching. I will be
Yeah,
observing
that stuff is
from
so
afar.
like
Within, like, 2
just kind of
weeks.
lame. And
It
lazy.
was, and they made like 10 million or $10 billion or something.
10 billion.
I
It
don't
was
think they made
something
10 billion.
crazy.
I don't
Let
think
me
they made
look.
10 billion.
Listen, let me see. How
like
much?
Morbius did that one time.
Yeah.
And then
'Cause
they
they-
re-released it because they thought they would make more money.
God, it was so fun.
They actually
They lost
spent
more money.
Yeah, they lost money.
Yeah, I wish stuff went into public domain like faster.
Okay, it made 5.2 million, and the budget was $50,000.
Yeah, that's good.
So like, I don't know what
So they made
the
a ton of
second
money.
movie made.
They need to start making more movies with like lower budgets,
Hmm. We
Yeah.
need the
Yeah.
mid-budget comedies to return.
budget comedies, even like some of these superhero movies. You don't need all that.
Yeah.
cheap-
Yeah.
Dude. Oh yeah,
I
it
think
reminds
it's
me.
so fun.
I was watching Echo for some reason.
Are we watching Echo?
Yeah, because my boy Daredevil was in it, and they CGI'd him instead of like doing choreography.
That's
There's a really,
horrible.
really weird like shot of him. He's like face down on the floor because he gets knocked down,
Mhm.
and then he like there's like he like floats into like the standing
Yeah,
position
yeah,
in CG, and I hated it so much, and I turned off the rest of the series.
Yeah, I watched the first like 2 episodes, and it was really bad, so I didn't watch more.
Yeah, they retconned the hell out of Kingpin
Mhm.
after he's been shot in the face as well. Like, okay, I mean, like he's not supposed to be that way.
Yeah, they should just make like a Daredevil movie.
Or you can just watch the first 3 seasons and then just
Yeah.
stop because
Yeah.
There is a Daredevil movie.
I mean, like another one. And I like that movie. I know it's not like great, but I do like the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie.
I like it.
Colin Farrell's awesome in that movie. I love Colin Farrell in that movie. And every time he swings his jacket, it's like rattlesnakes.
He's going crazy.
And Daredevil also has like probably the best superhero origin in my opinion. So I
I've
like
heard good things about him.
he's
but
like
yeah.
probably the best superhero, like just in terms of like quality of his content. Because I know everyone says like basically every Daredevil comic run since Frank Miller is like pretty good. The show's really good.
Yeah.
That's about pretty much all there is. But and then there's like the movie and there's the game that got canceled and then it got leaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, about comics, this is the only thing that I can bring to the table that I know. So recently I heard that a new Batman comic was probably AI generated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The art, like the really weird looking art.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the Joker's missing a nipple and
Well,
their
and
hands are
also
messed
just the
up.
rest of the art in that I've seen from that book, yeah, it just looks off.
Yeah. What do y'all think about that?
I
Like,
think it sucks.
I think
Yeah.
it sucks too.
The guy who did that
I
should
haven't heard about
probably not draw comics anymore.
so like or like just AI in comics and like in movies in general, because now it's becoming like more
I think there's a conversation to be had about like healthy use of it, like especially
Mhm.
to prevent stuff like crunch.
yeah.
But that's it should
Yeah,
be
'cause
like to
I know
bridge the
like
gap.
animators have talked about how there were tools that use AI to help them, and that's
Yes.
like
That's fine.
that's fine. But like generating the whole thing with AI,
Yeah.
that's where it's like
And
a
I think
problem.
It's very artificial.
And a
Yeah,
lack of
literally.
disclosure too is a big problem.
Mhm.
Like you need to be transparent if you're not like
Oh no, they struck for that. Remember the strikes? Everyone was like,
Yeah.
yeah, pay them more. In that like deal that they made, the companies in the corps they can't use
they
AI,
can't.
but the writers can.
The art
That's so awesome. They're so cool and good, and they need more money. I think.
I mean
Yeah.
I just
I think
think if you're gonna use AI, at the very least disclose it, right?
Mhm.
Like I think it's a problem to begin with.
Yeah.
Like the animation tool stuff,
Mhm.
that's fine. Like I've even known artists personally who feed their art style into their own AI bot to kind of generate base sketches and then they draw on top of that. And
Mhm.
it's technically still their work because it's drawing from their past works. It's more of a problem when it's like, okay, whose art are we taking?
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's just feeding data from everything, you know?
Yeah. I think it's really it's an interesting topic because I feel like if you got the right people in the right room who have like pro, con, and then in between opinions, it would be a really good conversation.
Mhm.
But I just didn't like the whole strike situation. And I know because like the outward appearance of like
Are you being anti-worker again?
He is.
I'm
He
being
always
like
is. He always is.
scumbag because like the
Who
way
is
they
the scumbag?
let me continue. Okay.
Choose your next
The-
words very carefully. We
Wow,
will shoot you
well,
if you say
I'm
the
just
wrong
trying
thing.
to understand.
I'm saying, and I haven't like said a single sentence about it yet. So I think like the way they like presented the fight against AI and the way that they struck was like we don't want like the corporations to like stuff like extras and they even I saw some of the propositions. It was like like you need a certain amount of like break hours and like the
Mhm.
pay for extras needs to go up and stuff. And the residuals was like a big one.
Yes.
But like none of the big like advertised points were like who gets to use AI and like why they get to use it. I think saying like, yeah, we need to fight this unfairness in the industry with like, you know, the residuals and stuff. Because if I get like streamed, I should get paid for every time I get streamed. Like fair enough, right?
Yeah.
That's their like prerogative. But like, yeah, I like the process of writing, and I think it's generally gotten worse, and I think it's gonna get even like more like weird and like bad because now like oh yeah the companies can't use them but the writers technically can they can disclose it but I feel like even if they didn't disclose it even if they didn't use it I think most of them I think most of them are hacks because they work in teams instead of like there's no artistic integrity anymore. These remakes and reboots and stuff they were happening before AI. All of them were. The Lion King came out, it was pretty terrible. And they propped that movie up. Yeah, and they're gonna make another one. And it does worse than I think what an AI would do. I'm not saying I want an AI Lion King movie, but they butchered the script. They reused some of what's the guy that plays Darth Vader?
James O. Jones.
Yeah.
Yes, it
The guy
sounds
who's
terrible.
crusty ass in the
And it sounds
studio.
terrible.
Yeah.
And then they even reused some of his lines, right? And it's somehow worse with like new technology and stuff. And now they're gonna be like, hey, these creatives that drove the I guess $1 billion Lion King movie remake because it's really good. It's not. They
Yeah.
get to use the AI now, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think they're I think a lot of them are snakes. I think a lot of it is like they present this image of like, yeah, we're fighting for like residuals and fairness on set and stuff. And I guess, oh, the company like Bob Iger makes like $30 quadrillion.
Yeah, quadrillion.
I want $1 billion, or like it's not about me, it's about the people under. It's like, yeah, that's fair, but like that's the problem with like making deals like that, like between groups of people.
Mhm.
Like if you're a part of a committee or like, it's like this is just like a thing in general. I wouldn't say like politics because, like I guess you guys have you guys ever been in a group disagreement like between two groups?
Oh yeah, of course.
Have you ever compromised?
Yes.
How difficult is that?
It's very difficult, but it's also like,
Do you get everything you want?
oh
Is the
no.
proposal that you bring up like
I mean, it
like-
depends. It depends.
it
does
does
depend.
It
depend?
does. It
And I-
depends how much power you hold
Yes.
against them.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's even the way you like phrase it is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like an Emmy circumstance.
Circumstance.
Yeah, like you had that issue.
What? Sorry, was the
Yeah,
question?
any circumstance.
Have you had that like in any circumstance?
Like in any
Of
group,
like
or like what type of group are you talking about?
I'm talking about like at the highest level, it's like I guess corporate heads and people who run and make like executive decisions versus the I guess the worker, the people who are on set every day. I thought like, and I didn't see much for it. Like, what about the guys who set up the lights and rig the machines in the studio
Mhm.
to make sure it doesn't like fall and crash on your head? That's like, that's more like I think that's a really meaningful.
Oh yeah.
They
Like-
had a
That's very
separate strike, I
They
think.
did.
There were two groups that were striking.
Mhm.
I think.
I think more of the money funneled should be like
To
to
them.
them.
Mhm.
I
Because they're on set, they don't get top billing. They probably don't get anywhere near as much money as them, and they have less job security because they, you know, unless they're like really good or they're like
Know someone.
they know someone or they're like the name in the studio, or they've been working with the studio for a while. I think those people did not get like any like representation
Mhm.
or like public representation. The people who did are using AI to write their scripts now. So I guess it is what it is. I mean, they have to do that. They have to compromise, and
Mhm.
I would think it was between like the actors and the people who like tell the actors what to do, like the executives. But it's like it's less like, hey, give me like more of the share, and more like, hey, you're gonna use like AI to like replace people in the background. I want to use some AI too. I don't like that at all. I think that's really bad, and people don't really talk about that enough. Yeah, that's my I guess it's not nuanced, but I think my opinion on it is can't really paint it like it's not like a binary. Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah.
worker. It's funny to do that, but I think like yeah, I don't like workers. They should all be fired.
yeah.
I could have just said that at the beginning.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I definitely hear you on all of that, but there was one specific part of what you said that was so interesting to me.
Mhm.
You mentioning that the people on set, who were like the
The grips.
people, the
those
people doing all the beat boop
The
All
grunt work. The
technology,
grunt work.
yeah.
All the names you see
All
that
of
aren't
that.
like animators and
Yeah.
like assistant directors, like people like they have like weird names like
Yeah.
Yes.
The best boy.
script one, best boy, assistant, whatever.
Yeah.
Those people are
So
unsung heroes on set because
I-
they make it all gel together.
I for sure think that they should get paid more, but I don't think that also means that the writers need to get paid less necessarily. Like I don't think
they should get paid less.
I don't think that either group is taken away from the other necessarily. Like,
Yeah.
and we do talk a lot less about them and their rights, but I do think that they have a little bit more job security than or just the same amount as the writers. Because when you really think about it, you name specific names for writers who you think are hacks and like only out for themselves. And that's
Did
because
I have a few more.
there are there are
Dave
only
Filoni, I'm coming for you.
Dave Filoni, Chris
Yeah.
Terrio, you're a fraud. I don't care that you won an Oscar. You wrote a really bad Batman vs
Oh
Superman.
my
You're
gosh.
a
Yeah.
fraud.
But the fact
Weirdo.
there
John
are
Favreau, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the fact that there are so many big names like that, I think really pushes other writers out of the spotlight.
Yeah.
And then you get all these rooms where it's just one of those guys in charge of everyone else. And then I guess now in charge of AI. I guess it was just kind of like the idea of a shadow writer, like it's, oh, this guy's name is on the movie, but like he didn't actually write it. It was like everyone
Yeah.
else being forced to.
Yeah, I generally don't like teams of writers unless they're doing like
Unless it's like the same team. Like it's a team that does stuff together often.
I think it's necessary.
I think it's necessary
Or-
in certain scenarios.
I think it's necessary for like TV shows, obviously, but
Yeah,
when it
that's what I
comes
was
to movies, I think having one writer who focuses on it and then the rest of the team actually just being like the director and the producer who you're in the room with, or like other writers on your team that give you feedback and edit it for you. That's what I found most productive when
Mhm.
working on like video game scripts and stuff. Is it'll just be
Feedback is so essential. I
yeah,
love feedback.
yeah. It is.
Yeah. I really appreciate your feedback.
Yeah, I still want to write more, but like I'm gonna be so honest, I am preoccupied with
That's fine.
stuff.
That's
But
fine.
yeah,
I appreciate it either way.
yeah. Feedback is such a fun thing to give too, though, if you're really passionate about what you're doing.
I like the way you did I like the way Google Docs can like write comments and stuff.
Yeah.
And the
Because I don't like reading a whole paper of like I have to cross reference
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
time.
yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
comment on the side so I can
Like you know what they're
for
talking about.
sure. And also something I've found so helpful, you can go into this little mode called suggestion mode.
yes.
And that has been a lifesaver.
Go
That's
this.
yeah. When it's like something I really need to just show instead of explain. Oh my gosh. And back when I used to work on those video game scripts with a team, we would make it so other people could only suggest. So then we make sure no one's fucking with our shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we can approve or deny it or whatever. That's so fun.
Yeah.
I'm such a nerd about
I didn't want to
Google.
approve or deny it. I felt like that was mean.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. Like
I leave it there so I can always like come back and look at
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So
yeah, that's
um,
fair.
doesn't it like disappear after you do that?
It does, but you can look it back up in the comment history.
I don't do all that. I'd rather just leave it there.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
fair.
a- But yeah, I'd say like the big writer teams are more necessary for like a Dune, like a bigger / like longer running like franchise, and
Mhm.
that counts for like TV shows too. If you have like 9 seasons of Supernatural, you're gonna need some guy who's like, oh, I'm doing quality control, which is like,
Yeah.
oh, if we
Yeah.
did this,
Or like a sitcom, like
For
not
continuity.
expert.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
one guy is not going to come up with all those episodes of Seinfeld. You got to have a bunch of people come up with funny episodes of Seinfeld.
Mhm.
You know what's so interesting? Intimacy coordinators. Have you heard of those?
I have.
It's yeah. So that's like one of those on-set guys that we were talking about, but they actually wrote that into the requirements for like their little agreement thingy. What do y'all think about that? Because I know some people don't like the concept of it because they think it takes away from the realness, but it's also like you wouldn't. It's like a stunt coordinator, right? You wouldn't want people actually killing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we should. I like the
Oh, yeah.
video of the John Wick stunt double like tumbling down the stairs.
Yeah. Do you have an opinion?
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Intimacy coordinators. Do you know what that is?
I do not.
So it's someone in Hollywood who is there to specifically coordinate intimate scenes in films. So like think of rated R type content, or even something as simple as like kisses, on-screen nudity, and they provide the resources to like kind of imply nudity, or like if they're having a simulated scene, or prosthetics are in use, like that sort of thing. What do you think about that role on set? Like someone who specifically specializes in that? Or do we not want to talk
Who
about
wants to go
this?
first?
Pick your,
I'd let you guys, because I
yeah.
have my own opinion. I think you do too.
I can go first. Like, this is like someone that specifically does this, right?
Yes, like a stunt coordinator.
I think that's pretty good because, like, I feel like the actor itself might not be comfortable with those type of scenes, and if there's like someone that's able to do that, it would be really great.
Yeah.
That's my take on it. I think if they're dedicated to do that, it's because they're comfortable to do it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes. So they're also helping with, I think, advocating and directing for people who either do or don't. It's like finding the extent to which they're able to do it,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Oh, you can go.
No, you can
This is a really good
Um,
topic, actually.
Yeah.
It's I learned about it, I guess, sort of recently,
Mhm.
but like I had always assumed like there's direction for that scene. So I think it is interesting that they have someone like specifically tailored to something like that. Not all the time is it appropriate. I think like depending on the actor or the director,
Yeah.
if they like either don't consent to like doing whatever it is the intimacy coordinator wants to do, or the director has like a different vision. Sorry, I'm trying to talk over my stomach just
Oh my gosh.
like the whole time. But I think yeah, those are choices that are necessary to be made, and I think intimacy coordinators should be a part of the process one way or another.
Yeah. It's like it can only be a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I've been seeing a lot of like pushback from people who are saying that it like ruins it, which is like the other angle. I don't agree with
I could
that.
see where they're coming from because like I could see the angle of like, oh, just let the actor,
Yeah.
get in that mode, do it themselves. If they're not a real actor if they need that. But like,
And I
shut up, nerd. Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah. And I think it comes back to just profit for the big companies because it's not profitable to have someone
yeah, that's
asserting boundaries.
Mhm.
And I just think that points to the larger problem of like why script writing is kind of like not as great as it could be in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
When a lot of like
And
big
everything
studio
else.
movies are like I know Marvel movies we all joke about like they're committee movies, but like
Yeah.
really every like big Hollywood movie is like that.
Yeah.
Can someone explain committee movies? Because I don't understand.
Like it's not
exactly.
made by one person with a vision.
Mhm.
Like when you watch like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, you're watching his script and his vision for the movie. When you're watching
Tarantino, Nolan,
Mhm.
Scorsese.
when you're watching the Marvels, you're watching one guy was like, what if we do this? And another guy's like, here's the story. You have another guy like, here, because like those movies, they do the action scenes first. Like they previs
They
the action
previs.
scenes.
That's so stupid.
So then they have the guy do the action scenes. Then you have a guy write around those scenes. Then you have to have a director on set to do whatever they do on those movies. Cannot be much.
So it's very like just stream of consciousness.
Yes.
That is
It's like a
horrible.
conveyor belt movie.
Yeah, some directors deal with it better than others,
hmm
I
Mhm.
think. But like, there's like a base point for them that they can't either like go past or like they can't like undo the whole previous thing, so they have
Yeah.
to work around it.
hmm
I think talented directors can or can't, I
Mhm.
guess, do that. But I think generally that's a bad practice.
Definitely.
I don't like 6 writers writing a movie for Spider-Man, but
Yeah. Or like Transformers, like I think Transformers 4 specifically, Michael Bay has an interview where he's talking about like, oh, we had like 6, 7 writers and like he's bragging about it. Like we had all these good writers, and it's like maybe not. Maybe we don't need 6 writers.
even when they're like smaller teams, because even like the 6, like, oh, you have 6 writers, there's 6 credited writers. One writer may have like did a draft or a first or second draft, and then it gets like rewritten, like they
Yeah.
delete it and then they write it again, but it keeps enough of that first draft's like, I guess, ideas that they're still credited.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. And then there's like scripts like, I know the Man of Steel one. I know it was Nolan. I know it was Chris Terrio. I know it was Zack Snyder.
Mhm.
Final pass Zack Snyder, most likely.
Yeah.
Smaller team, dog water. It was
Yeah.
like if you look at the script and the way they block and direct those scenes and how like I think the first scene is on Krypton and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, no one was born naturally on Krypton. Everyone has like a genetic like path that they follow. So everyone you see in that society is genetically made for it.
Mhm.
And then like you have Zod, who's the military, leader, general. As the planet's dying, he goes and confronts the natural born scientist, or not natural born, but like genetically, I guess, predestined scientist who like outwits and out hand-to-hand combats an entire military squad of people who are like made to do that. And it's kind of like, I don't know, if you pay attention to the writing and how they like direct, and
Mhm.
sometimes it doesn't line up, and I don't like that. Yeah, that movie is not good.
Yeah, like writing teams in general, like I would be put off by, hearing a movie is written by like multiple people. But then you have like the teams of writers that stay together and do multiple stuff. That seems hard to me because like the Coen brothers wrote a lot of movies, like joined, and then like the Wachowski sisters,
Yeah,
they did the Matrix movies and like Speed Racer and stuff. And like,
good luck,
Mhm.
brother, because I know you're watching The Matrix. Good luck.
I mean, I know people like, I know the third one is the one that like everyone agrees is really bad. But I'll see. I don't
They can
know.
lose their touch, man. Like,
Yeah, but they also did Speed Racer after that, so like they didn't lose it completely.
yeah.
I think it just gets hard to, because it's the third Matrix movie. Is that what you said? I kind of
Apparently, is the one that is considered bad. I've only seen the first
Yeah.
one.
I think sometimes you just work on something for so long that like that's really what makes it hard. Because sometimes
Mhm.
stories aren't meant to be stretched out,
Yeah.
but the machine of Hollywood demands it, unfortunately.
But kind of interesting about those movies is the second and third movies came out in the same year. That's really like cool and interesting.
Really?
And like,
Was that, or was that not around like the time of like, I don't know, when did it come out?
2003.
2003. That was around the time of Lord of the Rings, and they filmed that all,
It
right?
could be something to do with that.
And I know I was watching the Back to the Future trilogy,
Mhm.
and to my surprise, at the end of the second one, there was a trailer for the new one, or like the third one,
Yeah,
and I thought that was really
Oh.
interesting.
Wow.
Matrix 2 and 3 were shot at the same time.
yeah. It's like that. That's really interesting.
It can work, it can't.
Yeah,
I can see the benefit of doing that,
Mhm.
but there's obviously like drawbacks too,
Mhm.
because you don't get to see that reception from because I feel like part of the creative process for some people is seeing how the audience like reacts, and that can influence your ideas.
You had a thought.
that can be bad.
I
It
think it
can
is.
be
Because
bad.
sometimes you make a really good Star Wars movie and then everyone hates it, and then you have to spend the whole movie undoing everything that movie did.
That's fair. I do think it can be really bad, but sometimes.
But I see what you're saying. Though.
Yeah.
You have a point.
Yeah. If you are looking too specifically and letting
Yeah.
like that criticism get you, for sure. But sometimes it can be a good thing. And even just like taking that breather in between both gives you more time to think about ideas. But they had to do script 1 and script 2 and then go into production on both.
Mhm.
That is crazy. It's
Yeah.
cool, but also crazy.
Mhm.
You know, I would never want that.
Give those Lord of the Rings documentaries a watch.
They're really good. They're really interesting.
Maybe.
I think I'm shocked that Dune wasn't shot like that because like they made the first Dune with no like guarantee that they were gonna get to like finish it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because the first one was shot as Dune Part 1. Like that's why it's half a movie. That's why it's okay that it's half a movie because it's called Part 1.
Mhm.
So like it's really like imagine if they didn't get to finish it, that movie would probably not have aged as well.
That happened with the Legend of Narnia movies or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
which is so sad because I have fond memories of them. Like, I don't know that much about it because it's been years, but
Mhm.
like, yeah.
I think they planned to do all of them, but then like they started not making as much money, and they were like, maybe not.
I think so, but I also think it might have been a rights dispute. That might have been part of it.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that was
I
it.
vaguely remember hearing that.
Yeah, I'm not sure the specifics, but that's why I don't like copyright that much. 'Cause
Yeah,
it messes
everything
things up.
should be public domain. I should get to make
After-
a Superman movie.
I think after a certain amount of time, or like really, there could be a process for kind of something in between. Like,
yeah, I think there should be a benevolent
Like-
attitude towards
yeah,
people making movies of copyrighted stuff.
yeah. It'd be nice if you could like petition like the powers that be, to like maybe make a movie, even if it's still copyright protected. Like, there
Yeah.
should really. be an in between. I really hope that that changes someday because it is,
It won't, sadly.
yeah. It might, because Disney didn't get their lobbying effort like
Mm,
for
They're trying.
extending it. I know they're
they're
trying,
trying.
but they already lost Steamboat Willie. Hopefully, they lose one of
More.
their mouses, the new, like the new Mickey Mouses.
Yeah.
It's just, and they're doing that with SpongeBob too. That's why they made all the new SpongeBob
Mm.
stuff, so they can be like, no, but this SpongeBob's different.
Yeah,
He's like-
it always sucks when like something is made specifically just so they keep the rights. Like the Amazing
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
movies, like they didn't make those movies because they wanted to. They made them because like, oh shit, we're about to have to give the rights back. Write
Ain't it
something. Make
crazy?
a Spider-Man
Yeah.
movie.
Isn't it crazy they got Mark Webb to direct it? I feel like that was like,
I thought he was like he made good stuff before that.
No,
right?
could have made Madam
Just-
Web.
yeah, just his name.
yeah, just his name.
They're like,
Mark-
they're looking.
That's
they're
when
like,
they were looking through like the phone book of directors, and they're
they see
like,
Mark Webb,
Mark
they put it at the
Webb.
bottom, and they're like, yeah, well, that's a joke that an intern.
they're like, let's give
We'll
him a
get it
call.
later.
Let's give him a call. Mark Webb.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool. I don't know. That movie's-
Yeah, the movie sucks, but
yeah. Womp womp.
and that happens all the time. I can't think of any more like specific examples, but that stuff happens all the time where
Well, you-
something is made just so the studio can keep the rights.
Yeah, and most of the time you don't even notice that. I bet the Looney Tunes is a good example, like because those have been there for forever. You notice it less because they actually try with a handful of their shows, but like every time they're making one of those, it's just to keep the rights.
Mhm. They need to
Um,
make more Looney Tune stuff, in my opinion.
they have like Looney Tune stuff, but it's for kids
Mhm.
specifically. They made the Roadrunner and Coyote movie that they're never releasing.
Yeah.
Sadly.
And it like the concept of it sounds so funny, and like Will Forte's in it, and I think he's really funny.
I heard it was beautifully animated.
Mhm.
Um,
Like just the concept of it is funny. Like them going to court. Like
yeah,
how do you fumble that? I guess you don't. You just don't release the movie.
yeah, because they finished it. I hate them.
Yeah.
Like, gosh, what is it? Warner
Mhm.
Brothers. They
Fuck,
approved
man.
like.
Fuck David.
Didn't they
Zaslav,
make
dude.
Velma? Was that their thing?
Mhm.
They make Velma. They tried to make that sleazy Powerpuff Girls reboot,
Yeah.
but then the
It
road.
died.
Yeah,
It got
God.
nuked.
yeah,
We're
good.
like, yeah, I hate when stuff doesn't get released, but that Powerpuff Girls reboot.
Well,
Yeah.
that wasn't even that they made it and didn't release it. That like they wrote it and then they were like, let's rewrite it, and they just kept rewriting it and
Yeah.
then it died.
They released
Well,
promo stuff
The
for it.
Yeah.
script got leaked, and then
It was
everyone.
yeah.
I
And
read-
that's when they started like shuffling, like fix it.
I'm gonna be so honest. That script was part of how I learned screenwriting format. I looked at it and I looked at my own work. And I'm like,
Mhm.
so why does theirs look like this? And I started. Yeah, no, that was so bad. I hate it. Talk about ruining childhoods.
Yeah.
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 I'd rather my childhood characters become murderers than whatever that was.
No, you don't.
Yes, I would. Because at least then it's fun. It's camp, you know.
Why did you say that name?
What?
You get what I'm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I haven't seen that movie since it was in theaters.
I have such a
I
bad
probably won't watch
experience
it,
with
yeah.
What are y'all
that.
talking about?
Batman v
I saw
Superman.
Batman v
Oh.
Superman in theaters, and he's like murdering people.
I saw it like with my grandparents because I was like 12 when that came out, so I wasn't going to movies by myself at that point.
I saw it on row one because I
Wow.
didn't get tickets until the last moment.
I need to see all the animated Batman stuff because that stuff looks so interesting.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Generally
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
What
Even
was
the
it?
newer, I kind of like the newer ones too.
Like the movies.
Like the they changed the voice actor. It's not Kevin Conroy, but I think the guy's voice is okay. I like it. you
But
know?
which one? Which one are you talking about?
Son of Batman, Batman
Oh, yeah.
versus Robin. That Teen Titans movie is garbage. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
I
I watched
which
all those
one?
movies because like
I-
they're technically connected, and I was like, oh, let me watch all of them, and maybe like it's kind of cool. They're like barely. It's not.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
the one where Robin fights the Justice League or something.
Oh, I've not seen that one.
Yeah.
I missed
Teen
the
Titans
Teen
versus the
Titans.
Justice League.
Mhm.
Oh,
Bad.
Yeah, it's not very good.
yeah. I want to watch. I think it's like the older stuff, like Batman Beyond, and then the
Watch Mask of the Phantasm. That one's really good.
perhaps, and then the other one. I can't remember what it's called. I just had it.
Batman the Animated Series.
I think that might have been it, and then there was a third one. I just see all the YouTube shorts, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is
Yeah, it's
Pretty
it's
good.
It's really good.
I have like a
yeah.
I have a decently, I guess, comprehensive list of the stuff that you should watch,
Yeah.
new and old.
You should tell me, like, text it to me.
Okay,
or
okay.
something.
Because I was thinking like the old stuff is really good, but like some new stuff is
Also
alright.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Young Justice was
It's really good.
first two
The
seasons.
first, yeah.
It ends after that. There's nothing. They don't. It sucks that they never got a third and fourth season.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Teen Titans because they ended it like prematurely, unfortunately.
Mhm.
I
And then
hate
they
that.
teased it at the end of the Teen Titans Go movie,
Yeah.
And then they just
and then that
It's
was
kinda
it,
dead.
right?
yeah, but they've made jokes like that in Teen Titans Go. I was so angry at it as a kid. Like,
I
I'm
do
like,
like when they make fun of people in that show.
yeah, I do like when they have the guy who represents the creator of the series. Like, he's ugly and stuff, but I don't know how else to describe him. They have him come on screen and make jokes about how like the old one was so much better.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't mind that. Like, it's not a terrible show in retrospect, but
Yeah, it's like hit or miss. Like some episodes are really funny, and then some episodes are like fetish art.
yeah,
like
Yeah.
but that's all kid shows.
maybe maybe don't have to watch that stuff.
What was it? The Quiet on Set
I'm
film
watching that. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a series.
or series? Okay, do you want to mention?
Well, I'm on episode 3. I haven't finished it, but I was telling, I don't remember who I was telling, but I like how it doesn't like just like I guess like ease you in.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't just like give like a little like brief like story of whatever. It just like bam hits you with like what exactly this is about. So like right then and there, it just starts talking about Dan Schneider and the accusations against him, and that they have like actual actors that were on these shows talking about their experiences.
Mhm.
And so it's not like just like, oh well, Dan Schneider's work is blah 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 and this and that. Like it just straight on goes into what
Uh-huh.
exactly this show was created to do.
Yeah.
So I like that, and I'm into like shows that kind of like I'm into like 2020 type shows, like
Mhm.
crime shows, and stuff like this, like because it makes me feel like these bad people are like that were glorified
Yeah.
are actually getting called out.
Yeah, I hear you for sure. I haven't watched that yet. I'm really bad about watching anything that's not on YouTube at this point in my life. But I've been watching like documentaries about the same topics, specifically by someone called Swoop, and that's how I found out they made the Quiet on Set thing. And I really think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think he wants us to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Actually, I really like this conversation today. I think
We
it was-
did.
Yeah.
This is like one of the best episodes.
I-
Bye. Have a
yes,
nice
for sure.
weekend.
I'm not insinuating it's better without Johnny and Alexis. That's all.
It's probably
Bye.
more
Yeah.
coherent.
Yeah.
We need Johnny to lay on the floor again.
Yeah. He distracts me so much. Everyone have a
Yeah.
have a good day.
Bye bye.
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 Okay, and